let me ask both of you guys this, because this is something I definitely see you doing this, because it comes from your question, Randy. So if you guys are watching a Sunday night game, Monday night, like say we played that day, and you go watch each other that night, when the commentator says, okay, the TO makes a play or Randy, you makes a play, then John Madden would say, man, he's definitely the best wide receiver in our game. What did that do at that moment? Because personally, I think TO, you would turn the TV off and you would go work out. That's the way I would see you if they said that about Moss on Sunday night. But do you guys hear that about each other, like in that moment?
No, T.O., you first, because I got a good one for you. Go ahead.
No, I mean, bro, I Hatch has heard this several times, and we've had people on the show, and how I've described it is that I was a realist. I realized, bro, I wasn't as good as I needed to be or I wanted to be at that particular time. As I just alluded to, Randy came into the league. Like I said, he was groomed. He was already, ready to, go up top, and like he just took the league by storm. I hadn't reached that level yet. So, yeah, so for me to hear a commentator say, yeah, he's one of the best in the game, I just took it as a sign of respect. I didn't, like I said, it didn't inspire me to do anything more than what I was already doing. Like I said, in my eyes, I'm playing with one of the greatest receivers of all time in Jerry Rice. That's my opinion. Because like I said, at this point in time, Jerry, he's won Super Bowls, records galore, played with, two Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Joe Montana and Steve Young. And so I was just basically just trying to become the receiver, half the receiver that he was at that particular time. So, when John Madden, like I said, was giving, Randy praise, or when he watched games and he was giving me praise, that only, honestly, it inspired me more. I only, like I said, when I took it, I took that into the off season, because like I said, I wanted to get better every year. So I took, whatever, I heard or I saw Randy do or whatever, or I saw Jerry, I took that into the off season because I tried to elevate my game and enhance my game every year. And that's why the trajectory of where I was once I got a personal trainer after year 3, that was like 99. That was the year after I made the catch against Green Bay. You saw an increase, a trajectory in my performance once I got a personal trainer. So, Randy, Jerry, guys like that, they only inspired me. It wasn't, like I said, there was no jealousy. And I've said it all along. I was a realist because I realized I wasn't as good as these guys and you guys were at that particular time. So I was just basically just trying to get on that level.
From my personal opinion, I was always fueled, guys, by not just T.O. I was fueled by the guys in the league. If I hear, a commentator like John Madden, the best, sitting there listening to him, and he says that Terrell Owens or Marvin Harrison or Eric Modes, this guy could be arguably the best player in the league. Then I sit here and wonder each and every week, well, what am I doing wrong? Or what am I not doing for him to put me in that, or to mention my name in that sentence? So I was always fueled by the other guys, but I'll take you to one where in Dallas, I was with the Patriots. T.O., you were with the Cowboys, and you had 4 one day. And so you remember the 4 you had one day, and so
4 of them.
We played against that was against the Washington Redskins. Boy, I went ham. Could have had. Dude, that's so crazy. I could have had more than that, bro. Could have had more than that. Went ham on them cats.
So the day he has 4, we have the Sunday night game. We have the Sunday night football game. So when the scores and the highlights and the statistics come up on the board, all I see is Terrell Owens 4 touchdowns. I said, ooh,
4 of them things.
So this is a true story. So as I'm getting ready by the locker, Tom comes and sits down, and I said, hey, Tom, I said, you see that T.O. had 4 today? Tom told me, he said, yeah, don't worry. That's all he told me.
Oh, okay.
That's all he told me. He said, yeah, don't worry. So T.O. Hatch, with them couple little words, yeah, don't worry. I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
So we come out and It wasn't like it was like I was rubbing it in. It was like, okay, he got 4. Okay, he got 4 and 4 quarters. I got 4 and 2 half. Here, T.O., you top this.
Nice.
That was more of the competitive juices.
Right.
That when I looked at the statistics on the screen, I said, okay, he had a great day. He had 2, he had 3, he had 4, he had 150 yards. No matter who the defense, I could have been going up against Ray and McAllister and the Ravens.
It wasn't gonna matter.
I didn't care. All I wanted to do was either get close to his numbers or whoever the high point man was that week. It could have been Oates, it could have been Harrison. But the time that me and T.O. were at the top of our games and putting up these crazy numbers each week, all I ever wanted to do was just stay the course. You know, get 130, okay, I want 120 or 140, somewhere in there. But like when I look at like, and I'll get into the why we didn't do the football camp later, but I just thought that when you have 2 of the hottest wide receivers in the history of the game playing at the same time and going back and forth each week, I thought that was one of the greatest things that I thought the league needed that.
Absolutely.
I thought the National Football League needed that.
Absolutely.
But through our course, T.O., or our time of getting to the top, of getting to greatness, I think that both of our competitive juices and competitive edges got in the way because of, you know, you can go with the media reports, you can go with the media of how they ridicule the both of us. But really, in all honesty, I can tell you that it was genuinely out of love and just wanting to compete each and every week to go against guys like yourself and the Harrisons and the Modes and stuff like that. So I just always wondered when it came down to the end of, you know, of us getting to the course to the end of our career, I was like, well, T.O., we did this, we did
y'all tied.
that.
Yeah, y'all tied at the hip.
And I said to myself, T.O., the game need us, man. T.O., you remember the talk at the Kentucky Derby when me and you had a brief conversation, and I just wanted to know, you know, I was like, man, T.O., me and you needed to get together for the sake of the wide receiver position, because you're tall, I'm tall. Of course, you're bigger than me, but you look at how when we came into the league, a big wide receiver was a hot
anomaly.
commodity.
Yeah, it was an anomaly at the time.
All of a sudden, Steve Smith comes. Marvin Harrison is still playing at a high level. So then the big receivers kind of, as they would say, went out of style. And then all of a sudden, T.O., they come back.